On July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything.
All right. In this video, Trump hijacked America's 250th birthday celebration, replaced the bipartisan congressionally approved party with his own vanity project called Freedom 250, and then watched it fall apart in real time. First, we're going to see how donors who thought they were giving money to the official nonpartisan America 250 celebration had their bank details redirected to Trump's version without their knowledge, which if proven could constitute wire fraud. And then we'll see the results. Vanilla ice canceled, air conditioning broken, states refusing to show up, and Trump on Truth Social insisting it was packed with happy people.
I think the big question, Ashley, for me about this is, was there ever a world in which like this moment could have been what it should be, which is a moment to actually celebrate America in a bipartisan unifying manner? Or was it made worse by the Trump decision to create this sort of like parallel structure that was actually very partisan around?
No, I think in this world, especially with Trump being president, anything he does becomes political, and that's just the facts. And we all know that. This isn't a political statement. I actually did my podcast from the lawn, and there weren't that many people there. Maybe it was my podcast, but
was it you?
I do have to say, though, it was early evening. But I do think that last night there were thousands and thousands of people in the same spot watching the FIFA game, the American play. So listen, I'm not going to criticize this one way or the other. And I'm going to discuss the unnamed sources in this report because unless they're going to come out and say who they are, like I don't believe anybody. But I also think that there are so many Europeans, there are so many people from around the world that are saying how great our country is. And we're sitting here, not just on this show, I'm just saying in general, discussing if people are at a mall or not, and instead we should be celebrating the country.
But I think that I hear you, because I do agree that everything that Trump does it becomes political either from the right or the left. But I would also take it a step further, which you may disagree with, that everything Trump does, he takes ownership of, and it becomes about Donald Trump.
Yeah, he brings it on himself. Yeah, I'm not saying it one word. Yes.
Yeah, and so I think we're saying the same thing. I think that, yes, if you compare the 250 festivities to the World Cup festivities, they're night and day. I mean, I was in Houston, Texas, when the Netherlands was playing Sweden, and watching the Netherlands having to come out and celebrate with Houstonians was just fascinating. Or being in New York for Brazil versus Morocco and watching Brazilians take over Times Square and watching people just enjoy. Or you see the TikToks of people enjoying Popeyes, right? And enjoying American culture.
And ranch dressing.
And ranch dressing and all the things that we kind of take for granted in the essence of America. It's fascinating to see. And then I believe that if Donald Trump, which I don't believe he's capable of, but if there was a president of the United States that actually took this moment to wrap the American flag around all of us, I think that this moment would actually be what it should be, which is a celebration of America for its warts, its progresses, because I've always said, we've made progress in this country. The problem is people like to put a period at the end of that when it should be a ... We still have yet a ways to go, though.
But it's also, I think, true. You talked about who's concerned about filling up, bodies on the mall. And I think the person most concerned about this is Trump himself. Here's what he said a few days ago about the speech that he's going to deliver on July 4th.
Then on July 4th, we will have the greatest show of all on the National Mall. Your favorite president will be speaking. So please show up. Because if we have 2 empty seats, you know what's going to happen? The fake news is going to say he didn't fill out the arena.
And CNN has reported earlier this week that when he gave a speech, I think it was last weekend, and there were so many, it was empty. He became livid. But the plans for Saturday night are for him to deliver a lengthy speech late at night and then have the fireworks start basically hours later than they normally do. One White House official vented, "I don't understand why we're doing this so late. I'm not really sure who thought this was a good idea." I don't know. It seems like a lot of it is happening because Trump wants to take space.
One panelist makes a point that stops the debate cold. Morris Day agreed to perform at what he genuinely thought was a nonpartisan congressional celebration of America. Then Trump's name appeared on it, and he ran. The panelists' argument is simple. These artists were not boycotting America. They were duped. They signed up for one thing and got another. But the other side fires back with something equally uncomfortable. If John Legend and Bruce Springsteen showed up for the Obama Library opening, why can't they show up for America's 250th? And then someone drops the line that makes the whole panel erupt. Let's hear what it was.
I think two things. One, it's hard to compete with sports in general. People just love sports, and the World Cup doesn't happen every year. Those celebrations are going to be awesome. I look at July 4th as the big day. It's really hot in D.C. right now. We've talked about the weather. To sit outside for hours on end, I don't think it matters who the president is. You're looking at, are you going to take your little kids out there for long periods of time when it's really hot? Probably not. I've been to D.C. multiple times when Obama was president and when Bush was president for the 4th of July fireworks. It's awesome. But when it's really hot, the crowds are not as big. I think having it later is actually cool. It's going to be a little cooler when it's out there. And I think it's appropriate for the president, no matter who it is, to have a grand speech about how awesome America is on the 250th birthday. Sure we do. We absolutely do. I celebrate America. I love America. I love 250. I think it's amazing.
That's great. We all love America. And I was down there for FIFA last night. It was fun. It was great. It did not feel political whatsoever, even with all of the things around us that were like set dressing. And I agree. We do have a problem, I think, in this country of feeling pessimistic about being American. And the World Cup has been so great for that, which is why I wish everything that was set up was actually interesting. I do think that the heat and the weather is a deterrent for a lot of the crowds during the day. But I was out there, it's kind of boring, guys. Like, can we also talk about that? The content of what is provided on the mall.
What would you rather had, though?
Well, we have all of the Smithsonian's along the mall. We have so many things that actually represent the 250th, and those could have been integrated into the whole program, right?
I mean, look, let's be honest. I mean, the state fair, the criticism of it is that it is Trump coded. That, like, you would love it if you're a MAGA adherent, if you're Christian, if you're conservative, right-leaning, but everybody else doesn't feel represented. That's the main criticism.
And that's not why we go to a fair.
But we've also had an event. We've also had an event where we celebrated America just recently, just around Juneteenth. We had the opening of the Obama Library. And what you saw was, you asked, what could you do? What you saw was you had Bruce Springsteen. You had John Legend. You had.
They won't show up for because Trump's president. You know that, and I know that.
And
I mean,
that is,
it was actually, it was not.
It's not a you guys.
Talk about a moment. It is a you guys.
But it was like people like
Democrats would actually just for a second go, man, this is about celebrating America.
She's like a raging liberal, and I think one of the things also was that all these artists, they basically said, we feel like we were duped because we thought this was the bipartisan, congressional celebration of America when it was really the Trump piece of it. And that's what people felt. That's one of the reasons that they said they pulled out.
It is that Donald Trump won an election, and Democrats were afraid to be associated with Donald Trump because they would care more about giving the middle finger to Trump than celebrating America.
He set up a parallel organization that he controls that is different, separate and different from the one that Congress approved, that is truly nonpartisan. That is the difference. That's the Trump piece. I didn't invent that. He did.
Do you actually believe, though, that John Legend, as liberal as he is,
I didn't say John Legend
where Donald Trump showed up.
I will tell you
this. I didn't say John Legend.
I go back to this. You should put America ahead of the politics, and the left will not do it. If you want to know what the problem is, it's because the left refuses to work with anybody that doesn't agree with them.
I want to make a clarification on something, because going back to the podcast, I actually had 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans on it, and the Democrats that came on, one very, very left and one more middle of the road, they turned it into, wait, am I going to get in trouble from my side of the aisle? However, I'm just going to embrace the fact that I'm sitting in front of the United States Capitol right now and
that's
took it on.
And
they were great. They've gotten like great feedback.
The wild part about it is not everything has to be political.
Yeah.
And
then show up and sing.
But that is probably the most insensitive, wildest thing I've heard. It sounds a lot like, what did Megyn Kelly say? Shut up and dribble?
No, but the problem is, you want to celebrate America and you don't want to be partisan, then show up and celebrate America and not make it about yourself and Donald Trump's the president.
But Ben, what we're trying
like the Foo Fighters, show up. They're amazing. I love them.
What we're trying to articulate to you is there were people,
music and I will be there.
There were people like Morris Day and the Time that agreed to show up for the event that was a nonpartisan event, and they were duped.
And then the media started asking questions, and they got nervous. And instead of saying, hey, I'm going to celebrate America, they're like, oh, this has Trump's name on it. I got to run away.
But Ben, what we want you to do when you talk about celebrate America, is one of the things I would.
It's fireworks on the
All
4th
right,
of
let me,
July.
okay, let's
Ben,
let him finish his
can I
thought so
finish
we
my
can-
thought?
Sure,
Yeah,
but it's
this-
fireworks on the 4th of July.
Because you're not, you interrupt because you just can't win this
give-
thing. But
just give
what
it
I'm
a
trying to say is, look,
2-second
Ben,
break.
thank you.
Finish your
Whew.
thought.
What I'm trying to say is, while you want us to celebrate America, we want to celebrate America in the diversity that makes America what it is, right?
So it's a kumbaya
Oh my
event.
God.
Okay.
No, it's not a kumbaya
Sounds
thing.
like it.
It's a.
Exclude Donald
all right.
Trump and then
Oh
we'll
my
show
God.
up.
If this was
If
a test,
I said diversity. and
Foo
he-
Fighters and John Legend, show up.
I said diversity, and he,
if this
he
was a
short
test,
circuited.
I mean, no, but it's
I think it's been
you
failed.
guys do this.
So there you have it, America's 250th birthday celebration. 7 years in the making, bipartisan from the start, congressionally approved, completely hijacked by a president who, by his own admission, decided to take it over because he won the election and wanted the credit. Morris Day agreed to perform at what he thought was a nonpartisan event and had to run when Trump's name appeared on it. Vanilla Ice got canceled by bad weather. The AC broke. Pennsylvania's governor refused to send his state because it was too political. And donors had their bank details redirected to Trump's version without their knowledge, something that could constitute wire fraud if proven. But don't worry, Trump went on Truth Social and said it was packed with happy people. And he promised to give a really long speech at 107 degrees, just to prove he can do anything. That is the presidency. That is the 250th. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more like this, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.